I'd like to welcome Catherine and Stephen on our show today. Thank you so much for being on the show. We're so excited to be here. We're at your Ocean Isle Beach, one of your Ocean Isle Beach locations on Beach Drive. Tell us a little bit about the history of Sunset Slush and how long you've been here.
Okay, I guess
Stephen, you can do
that. We started we came down from Boston,
Okay.
and we came down here and decided that Italian ice would be a big hit. However, nobody knew what Italian ice was, so that was a big hurdle to get over. A lot of people, especially the young kids, were used to snow cones down here and this and that. So, and we had done some events where the snow cone people were going one right after another, and we were just standing there like doing nothing, watching. So eventually we decided, let's try to get on a location on Old Georgetown Road in 904. So we stood out there with our push cart and did minimal, but we got some attention from a lot of the Northerners who were familiar with it, and it was very reassuring when you serve people from New York. I'm from Boston, but when you serve people from New York and they say it's the best Italian ice they've ever had,
the real deal.
we knew we were on the right track.
Right.
And then from there, Catherine came up with this idea, and I'm going to let you take it from there.
Well, I just thought we needed to be on the beach. That's where we weren't doing that great on Old Georgetown in 904. We had a few customers, but I thought we needed to be on the beach. So we went to the town and submitted a proposal, and they voted us unanimously. They said yes to it.
Absolutely,
so that was, it'll be, 14 years?
14
This
years.
is our 14th
years on
coming
the
up.
beach.
Well, most of our locals and a lot of our tourists know what Sunset Slush is. But if anyone doesn't know what Sunset Slush is, give me just kind of a brief, general, what is Sunset Slush? You said Italian ice, but what is Sunset Slush?
Well, and I think there's some confusion with the name. Let me backtrack a little bit on that. In Boston, they call Italian ice slush. So that's why we came up with the name, whereas in Philadelphia, they call it water ice, and Delaware
water ice.
Water ice. It's different names all over.
I didn't know that.
New York, it's Italian ice. So it goes from slush to Italian ice to water ice.
So we thought, slush, let's take the name Slush and let's see what we can do with it. And we were driving around near Sunset Beach, and we went Sunset Slush, and it just kind of worked. It worked we thought it would be good for coastal, the coastal Carolinas, and even inland. It just we just thought it worked. So
That's wonderful.
That's kind of how we came up with the name, and it's just basically Italian ice.
And how many flavors can you offer?
We actually have 32 flavors. Here's 32 flavors, and then there's over here. With all of these flavors, it's over 55 flavors, and then people can create their own. We used to. We took it down. That's right. We had create your own up here because people can do their own combination, and they do. They will come in and refill a koozie cup, and they will get a million flavors in one cup.
So we're going to talk about the koozie cup in a little bit, but one of my favorite flavors, and it's mixed, is the zombie. Is that right? What is in zombie? Is it a little bit of everything?
It's 14 different flavors inside. When we go inside, you'll see the one freezer. You take a little bit out of the one freezer, and there's basically 14 flavors. Now, some people will come and say that they don't like cotton candy or bubble gum in it because those two flavors are in it. So, and people will delete flavors or add flavors.
Right.
But
it's my favorite, all-time favorite.
If you can tell by looking at the board, though, we'll have people stand here for 20 minutes trying to make a decision.
Yeah.
So we end up talking them into the zombie because it's got
a little bit of everything.
all.
I don't know that I can make a decision.
It alleviates the decision making real quickly.
But that's where the samples come in. We sample people constantly, and that's where that's when they finally make a decision after the samples.
Well, we are at one of your many locations, but we're going to talk about you being on the beach in just a little bit. But tell me all the locations that you have in the county.
Well, we're on every island. We're on Sunset Beach. We're on at the pier at Ocean Isle. This location is Ocean Isle. We have a location at Holden Beach and then at Oak Island. And those are all retail shops. And then we actually vend on Ocean Isle, as you mentioned, and we vend on Oak Island as well.
Right. So. And you're also at the community events. You've been doing home show for a long time at Oyster Festival. So anybody that comes to the Oyster Festival can expect you there. We have a great time that weekend, and we love for you to be a part of the community events. So we appreciate that. So thank you. Thank you.
And I think the exciting thing is also the Stay at the Docks this weekend. We have a store at Holden Beach, and the festival.
That'd be great.
That's where our store is right there too.
That'd be great.
And we
pretty good.
do all the concerts. The
And
concerts are huge.
Right.
That's a big part of our business.
That's right.
too.
Well, I think one of the biggest things and nicest things y'all have done to make your business a success is you have taken it to the beach. You have your storefronts, but you have taken the slush to the beach. So you have a portable cart. So tell me a little bit about the cart and what it entails on the beach.
Well, this year there's going to be 6 push carts on the beach. Previously, when we first started, we had 6. Then it was reduced to 3. Now we're back up to 6. And so there's each cart will have different flavors each day, and they just serve the customers.
And so they can push it up and down the beach.
Up and down on the strand, and people are so accustomed to doing that. In fact, when we're not out there or they don't see the parts, they will call the shop.
Where are they?
And ask them, where are they? What flavors do they have? When are they going to be out here? So,
We watch for you on the beach, so.
we feel like it's part of everybody's memories of their vacation now. We've become a part of that, and so that's kind of exciting for us. That means something to us.
Yeah.
We think that's kind of
fun.
cool.
I think it's wonderful that you have added it. It's been a great asset to your business, and like I said, locals look for you on the beach, and you'll be there this summer. It's finally getting warm enough, so I'm really excited to see y'all on the beach. I know Catherine and I talked about earlier that you started from the bottom. You started on Old Georgetown Road, and you have made it to the top. You're such a successful business. So tell me a little bit about the growth of this business.
Well, it's funny. Originally, we started, like we said, we just started on the corner. Then we moved to the beach. Then we opened this store. This will be the 9th season at this location. And this was our first retail location. And we, both of us, it wasn't our business plan, business model.
Right.
We both think that the superiority of the product is why we've grown so much. We're almost to 50 independent operators throughout the country, and 17 of those are retail locations.
Wow.
So we didn't expect this. And it keeps us quite busy. We're no longer seasonal.
It's
We're
not seasonal. Yeah, I think some people think it's seasonal, but it's
not for us
you're
anymore.
working all the time.
Yeah.
So
Which
it's
is
just
good.
been great. Absolutely.
So.
Well, I'm so glad you're on my show today. I'm learning a lot about Sunset Slush that I did not know about. So now we're going to go inside, and there is a right and wrong way to scoop Sunset Slush. I'm going to learn. Devin's going to show me exactly how to do that. And then we are going to go to the freezer. Stephen has a lot of work for me.
We're going to put you to work.
Yes, that's right. We're going to get down and dirty with the Sunset Slush. So let's head inside. We are back with Devin, the manager of the Ocean Isle Beach locations at Sunset Slush. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for coming out.
You're going to teach me the dirty part of this job. We're going to talk a few minutes about different items that you have here at Sunset Slush, but I first want to mention you pretty much run the beach cart. You know what's going on the beach. That's the hard job, I know.
Yep.
But I know you work during every single day with the Sunset Slush, and then you and a few other buddies go back out there on the beach and do a cleanup. Is that right?
We do. We actually do it once a week.
Okay.
We always send out one of our employees. They'll have a trash bag, some gloves, and they go out onto the beach. They'll walk from either end of the beach and walk all the way to the pier, picking up any trash they see, not just our materials, everything. And there's all types of things you'll find out there, but they make sure to get all of it. And that all started because our guys on the beach, they have a trash barrel on their cart, and they just couldn't get enough of the trash when they were walking themselves.
Yeah.
And we just noticed it, so we were like, hey, let's do something to help the community a little bit. And so we found that was the best way to do it.
That's awesome. Well, we appreciate that and all your hard work.
Yeah.
I think you have a great story, because I know we talked about outside that Sunset Slush has started from the bottom and worked its way up, but you started as what I call an intern, but the person that is working those summer hours for those 3 hard months. But you started there, and now you're a manager. So I think you have a great story to tell, and it's you and your brother that has done that. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah, I started when I was in high school. I came and got a job to push the carts on the beach. Fell in love with it. They took me in. They really do make it feel like a family when you come in here. Learned everything inside and out, and decided one day, I asked my parents, me and my brother came to my parents to open up a store in Holden Beach. That worked. And now Stephen has asked us to come back here and help manage his shop as well as they're growing their business. And it's just all worked out really well. It's really awesome. Yeah. One of my roommates in college actually worked here as well, and he actually owns his own shop in St. Simons, Georgia now too. So they bring you in, and then they try to make you grow. They try to make you a success.
It's a family-oriented business,
It is.
so that's great. That's an awesome story. Thank you for sharing. Devin, we're going to start with talking about some of the products that y'all have here. One of my favorite things is the koozies. You have these on the beach. You also have them at the storefront. You come out with a new one every year. Is that right?
We do. We try to get a new design just to make it fun. People like to collect them each year. They come back and say, is there a new one out yet?
Right.
And we have to always get one. So.
I have one of the original ones, and we continue to get one every year, so it's a lot of fun. Tell me what makes this so special?
Well, what's really special about the koozie is how it helps clean the beach as well. Like we said, we love the beach. It's beautiful. We want to keep it beautiful. So a koozie was just an idea where You can keep this and bring it back and refill it at any time. We actually accept them every year. So if you have an old one, like you said, bring it on back. We'll fill it up for you and make you enjoy it. That way we don't have to use as many paper cups or straws and stuff like that.
Right. And we talked about cleaning the beach up, but you're also adding new straws this year?
We are, just another step in it to make it a little bit better. We actually found some biodegradable straws. That way if we miss them when we're trying to sweep the beach or someone just happens to leave their trash out there, we know it at least won't long-term affect what it's looking like.
Okay, tell me about some of the samples we have here and what we have here. There's a lot of samples, a lot of different flavors, so let's go through all of these.
The first cup on the left here is just a basic flavor. It's lemon lime.
Okay.
It tastes like a green Gatorade to me, but we have them where you can do a solid flavor like that. But then you see here we can do a swirl of multiple flavors, and this is what we call Rainbow USA, and that's cherry, lemon, blue, raspberry. It's great tasting together. Really gets that American spirit in there.
The swirl is so good.
Yeah, the swirl. And then what we have here in these 3 cups is our gelati, and you find these mainly at the main shop or at one of the main locations. And what we do there is we take a scoop of Italian ice, then we put the ice cream on top of it, do another scoop of Italian ice, and then top it off with more ice cream. So you get the best of both worlds when you taste it.
And I'm just learning about this. I did not know this, so I'm pretty excited about this. It looks delicious. And one of my favorite things that y'all can do, it's not something that you do on the beach or at your locations, but when you do community events, Stephen introduced me to mixing the Sunset Slush with wine, which I had no idea you could do that. And this is what we're showing right here. Tell me a little bit about this.
All right, so if you enjoy any type of drinks like that, this is the way to go. What we do is you will privately come to us to get an event and you'll ask for the wine to be there. The person who's hosting the event will actually purchase the alcohol. But what we do is we just take a couple of scoops of ice and drizzle some wine over top of it, or like a lot of people like coconut rum over top of mango, which is what you're seeing here, and it's phenomenal. You can start out eating it, but the ice will slowly start to melt inside of it, and then you just drink it, and it tastes so good.
It's like a sangria type of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It is absolutely delicious. So that's one of my favorite things, so thank you. So now you're going to show me the right and wrong way to scoop the slush, and then I'm going to try it. So let's get started with that.
All right, well go ahead and grab you a scoop right out of here, and I'll go ahead and grab mine as well.
You're soaking them in water.
Yep, we always, between each cup, we always make sure to wash them off, keep them clean. But it's really funny. So there actually is an art of scooping. What we do, and actually every employee who comes here, before they get a full-time job, we have to let them try to scoop first, because if not, it's too slow. People don't get their ice in time. It's really trouble.
So they have to go through a training.
They do. They always go through a training.
Okay.
But, okay, so you see, it's not like ice cream. So what you're not going to do is dig into the ice, which is the natural instinct. You just want to get it out there.
That's what I was going to do. So.
But, so what we're going to teach you though is it's scraping. It's literally a block of ice in a bucket, and you have to scrape layers off. And so just so you can see, you just take it and you go from one end to the other side, and it kind of scrapes. When there's a long line, you want to go fast, and you'll see there, and you'll see our employees really scraping it. But now if you try to dig, it's not gonna happen. You have to be really strong for that. So why don't you pick out, well, you said mango was one of your favorite flavors. Let's go ahead and try mango and just see what it feels like to scrape it. Yeah, and when you hear that sound, sounds like ice skates going on the ice hockey court or something.
Yeah, it is not. It's not easy.
It's not.
Okay.
But
so then I would scoop it in my cup?
You would. And then you would go for the next scoop. But for your next scoop, what I'm going to teach you is how to actually swirl it. And this is the fun part. We're going to do the Rainbow USA that you saw right over there. So what you do is you do the same scraping technique. But what I do is I do 3, and then I go to the next one, and you scrape 3 in that one, and you go to the next one, and you do 3.
So that's how you do the swirl. Okay.
All right, and then you just put it in, and see they're all swirled together.
Okay. So can I try that?
You can try it. Go ahead.
I mean.
And see, you see there's certain flavors that are harder than other ones.
Okay, how'd I do?
Now this is, so go ahead and put it in there.
Okay.
So this is the next challenging thing. You see the size? That's gonna be the hard part too, is once you learn the skill, is actually making it the right size. So you put 2 scoops in there, I've got 1. What you really want for a small is for it to look like it's barely going over the top.
Okay.
And so that's the next
That's a
thing.
lot.
That's challenging. It does.
Yeah.
It feels like a lot, and you know it felt hard to scrape.
Absolutely.
Wait till there's a line of 30 out there, and you're having to go as hard as you
Yeah.
can. But it's a skill. It really is, and it's fun. You learn it, and then once you get used to it, you just go through it like nothing.
That is, that's not easy. Not easy at all, but no, I really appreciate what you do on the beach when it's 90 degrees outside and we really want sunset slush. So, well, that was fun, but I don't know that I would want to do that every day on the beach.
It's really not bad. Once you get the skill down, it's really fun, especially in this environment. So.
Definitely working your muscles. So, well, I think Stephen, one of the things Stephen really wanted me to do, because I said I want to get down and dirty with sunset slush, was to go into the freezer and lift those buckets,
Yes.
which we're going to talk about that a little bit more when we get in there. They're not easy to do. So I think we're going to head over there. So thanks so much.
All right.
Okay, Stephen, we are in the warehouse right now. We've talked about the history. We've talked about all the information that our viewers are going to know about sunset slush. So, and I have scooped sunset slush, and it is very hard. It is not as easy as I thought.
It looks.
No.
But professionals make everything look
That's
easy.
right. We've talked about the training that your employees have to go through. So right now we're in the warehouse, and at one time, several years ago, all of your equipment had to be placed in the store that we were at
main
earlier.
shop, everything.
That's just I don't know how you did it.
We took
but-
everything from the main shop and put it into a 3,000 square foot
So with
warehouse.
your growth,
So,
you were able to have this. So this is where your freezer is and your equipment.
Right.
So first, I want to talk about if our viewers want to come visit you. Obviously, you're going to be on the beach during the summer, but what's the address to this location?
The address is 6848 Beach Drive, which is 179 Ocean Isle Beach.
Okay, and if they need to call and ask questions, what's the phone number?
575-2020.
Okay. Well, we're so excited to be here and so glad that I got to learn more about sunset slush today. So thank you so much for being on my show, and we are going to get down and dirty.
Ready to put you to work.
We are getting ready to go lift some of the buckets of slush, and we're going to deliver it to Holden Beach, so we're excited.
I'm just going to let you know one thing.
Okay.
When you lift these buckets, they're about 20 pounds each.
Okay.
And we had a delivery of 2,000 buckets. And starting probably the second week in May, third week in May, we'll be getting 800 to 1,100 buckets a week at 20 pounds each, and you touch each one of them.
Oh, that's
Because we have
amazing.
to stack them in
And
flavors.
how many people are working per delivery, basically?
Usually around 4.
Okay.
4 people,
Okay.
so it helps.
So between that, 20 pounds is 20 pounds.
Yeah.
So we're going to go do that, so I'm excited.
She goes to the gym 6 days a week,
That's
so
right.
don't worry about it.
We're going to see how much working out I've done in the past couple of months. So we're going to head over there.
Okay, let's go.
Thank you.
All right.